Hello, and welcome back to the Real Talk Show. It's your girl Dio in the building, and today it's a family affair. So I'm here with the fam bam. These are my siblings, guys. They can introduce themselves.
I'm Maria Ria.
I'm Paolo.
I'm Daniel.
Yes, we did have like a little sibling dinner today, so I thought, why not get two in one? You buy one, get another one for free. So we decided to do like a sibling episode. We're gonna reminisce on some things, dive deep into other things. But yeah, where do we start? So I'm basically the middle child.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do get forgotten, middle child syndrome, that out there. We have the baby of the family here, okay? She is the youngest.
I love it here.
Daniel is the oldest, our oldest bro, and me and Paolo are the middle children, so we're kind of in the middle of everything. But yeah, so maybe we can start. We call him Manu as well, which means brother in Portuguese. So you might hear me calling him that. So just so you know, I'm referring to him. Manu, why don't we start with you as the oldest?
Okay.
How does it feel in terms of responsibility, being the oldest sibling? How did you feel when you found out that you were going to get another brother?
Well, I think I felt quite good at the time. As far as I remember, there was a joy and a mystery because it was just myself for quite some time. But after all, but I was happy. Overall, I was happy.
And how does it feel being the eldest sibling? Do you feel like a lot of responsibility?
It's tough though. It's always been tough because you're the first one. You're the original. So it's
What?
quite hard.
What are
You
we?
need to do things, you need to walk in certain paths, that your siblings, the ones that come after you, will be able to, to take, take guidance, from it. Yeah.
Mm,
So it's not as easy as, but yeah,
mm.
it does weigh, it takes a lot of, a lot of weight.
Do you feel like you're kind of like a second parent?
Well, in a way, and especially, as much younger, you do feel that sense of responsibility for sure. Yeah, yeah. Not as much, now because, after 18s, 19, 20s, everyone start, going to their own paths. But yeah, as I was younger, I could say I felt, in a way, yeah, you guys as parent, dad, yeah.
Well, how
You
did it feel
guys.
carrying that burden for so many years? Because
Well,
there's quite a gap between us. So between us is about 5 years gap. So that's a lot of years to have that sort of responsibility.
it was still doable. It was still doable, and I don't think I thought about too much on the burden,
Mm.
but it was something that you done it automatically. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Wow.
So
What would you say your best traits as the second parent? What would you say was your
best straights. I
Mhm.
don't know if it's gonna be the best straights, but I do like. I always loved discipline. I always loved discipline.
Mm.
Obedience.
Mm.
Respect, discipline. Definitely the
The three.
strongest ones, the ones that I've carried up until now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a little insight, guys. Now you
Yeah.
know how we grew up. Paolo, as the second youngest brother,
Mm-hmm.
how did it feel?
To be honest, I don't know how to explain it. To be, um, I think it's probably almost sort of the same as Manu Daniel. Still a lot of responsibility and making sure that you're just doing the right thing in order for you guys to see what you should be doing. I think at some point when my brother wasn't around as much because he was in Portugal at some point and stuff and Manchester and whatever living. I think I sort of carried that load much more. I would say it was probably quite hard being because I started doing that when I was probably about 16, 17.
Mm.
And so I think that was tough, you know, because you're still a teenager, you're still trying to find your own ways and, see what you're going to do in life. And then, you sort of, when your elder brother is not around, you kind of have to fit in that gap.
Mm.
So it was, I think, in my perspective, it was tough.
Mm. And how did it feel having someone elder than you that you can look up to, like being there to guide you, being a man, and all these things?
That was always been amazing. Because I my brother was my best friend. Up till now, is my best friend. We have quite a lot of disagreements and stuff, but
Mm.
that's brother stuff. I've always looked up to him,
Mhm.
no matter what. It's so funny because even when it came to relationships, he used to come to me and ask me, "Oh, what do you think?" And yeah, so I've always looked up to him, and I probably even follow a lot of his footsteps, if not all,
Mm.
to be honest. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, emotional damage.
Oh.
Emotional damage for real.
And then after Paolo, there was me, guys. I was the first girl, okay? I used to have
Bless us.
everything. I used to have everything for myself, I can't lie. Even though I used to have my own room, I always used to come and want to sleep with my brothers. And it was so nice growing up with two older brothers because, as everyone says, I am like the man them. And it's because of them. I learned all these things like WWE, playing games, like knowing how to stand up for myself. Don't let anyone push you around. That's definitely up to my brothers why I learned all these things. And yeah, I would say it was really, really good. I'll say as a child, amazing. As a teenager, not so much. Probably a lot of pressure from having two older brothers because you kind of have to like deal with things a certain way and you have to be careful. Can't reveal too much in certain areas, when it comes to boys and that. But other than that, yeah, I would say as well, I'm the one that asked for my little sister. I was like, I want a sister.
Hey.
So I did play that part too, as like a second mother as well. So I feel like we all carried that for each other. I think from seeing you guys, I definitely carried that on to Maria. So yeah, now you can tell your side.
I love it here. I think you guys have taught me to have a strong voice and to know who I am. So I think I'm very grateful for that. I look up to all of you in a different way. Like, Vanessa has taught me to be unapologetic about who I am. Paolo has taught me to be funny in every way possible, even when it's not appropriate. Someone's going to laugh. And Daniel has taught me that respect is everything. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, where it is, when it is, respect is everything. And I take all of those lessons wherever I go. I think growing up, I always have protection. That's how I felt. I always felt like no matter what happened, I could always tell my siblings and they would always help me. And they went to my parents' evenings and they made sure that I was always behaving. And then having someone that's 5 years older than me made sure that I could see everything that I needed to do growing up. So I needed to go to secondary school. I was going to do GCSEs. Like, the way I look at relationships in terms of stability and respect and boundaries comes from what I see from you guys, which I appreciate. Very lucky.
We're very happy. Yeah. I've contributed, positively in the character and the person that you are today.
I know, and I get the cheat code because I'm 25. I can see what 30 is like. I can see what 35 and 40 looks like. So it's great.
That's so true. You get the
great.
instances of life.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of it. I think it's well balanced. 2 girls, 2 boys, you get to see a bit of it all. I think that's really good. But moving on, obviously, You know, some of us were born in Angola, some of us were born in Portugal, and then we came over to the UK. What was that like? That shift, like, because especially we grew up in such an Angolan household, having all the way that certain things are done, like respecting your elders. If your mum brought her friend around, that's your auntie now, that's your cousin. And then coming to a place where it's kind of so disconnected in terms of people, neighbors, and all these things. How did that feel, especially for you guys? Coming at that age where you were both basically teenagers, how was that shift?
For me, was really hard. I'd up to today, I think I always blame my mom
Mm.
to send me here, and yeah, but for me, it was hell at the beginning. It just took quite a long time for me to adapt, even up to today. I've never really liked the UK, no offense, but yeah, it's just not my vibe. And it was just because mainly people are not very like friendly, sort of. You know, you can live somewhere for like good 5 years and you don't know your neighbor. You know, you walk past your neighbor, you say hi, they'll be like, "Ooh, what is he trying to do? Is he gonna, you know?" So you like, oh yeah. So it was tough. I'm grateful for all the opportunities though, and the growth and things I've gone through in my life. So, but yeah, it was really hard.
I think for me, I just want to tell you guys that going to a school and not being able to speak a word was horrific. It felt like everyone was in on a joke that I didn't know, and I was just lost. It was so disheartening because if I wanted to express that, for example, I needed to go to the toilet, I really couldn't. So I had to rely on someone else to like speak for me and do everything for me. I am very grateful for my education because that's what I work in now. And I value education so much because of the journey that I had. Like the same thing as with Paolo, I don't really enjoy being in the UK. It's cold. And my kids, I tell my kids at school all the time, like, I hate the cold. I hate it. When they ask me to pick a book to read to them, the book was called I Hate the Cold because I can't stand the cold. It's awful. People aren't really friendly. People are always really miserable. Like, they're always working at all times. They're always chasing money. They're always chasing something, and they don't really have the time to speak.
Yeah.
So it feels really sad and really like there's no community. Yeah.
I agree. You know, coming here, it was definitely different because I grew up until I was 11 in Angola, and then we moved to Portugal. Then by the time I was 19, I moved here. And Portugal and Angola, they're pretty similar. But coming here, it was complete, you know, opposite to what I was used to. Not only in terms of, you know, the climate, but definitely in terms of, you know, the warmth that you get from people. Not knowing, you know, as Paolo said, your neighbors, and we always knew our neighbors, next door neighbors, the one on the left, you know, right, you know, the one upstairs or downstairs. And we would engage in activities, you know. So it was definitely different. It was definitely different, though. In terms of the society itself, it has given us a lot of opportunities, and you know, we are grateful. But there's still something that is missing. At least I feel. And but yeah, but we're here, and we, you know, we're still strong, and
We made it.
we made it. That's it. Living and learning. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. For me, again, I don't know. I feel like it was different. Definitely the same thing where I was like, I wanted to say so many things, but I couldn't because I had to learn. But I feel in this country, I kind of discovered myself because I feel like when I grew up in Portugal, um, like for instance, there weren't many people of color in my school or in my class, so that was very difficult to relate to people or what I was going through growing up. Um, even mixed race people, yeah, there wasn't a lot as well growing up in Portugal. I feel like there's more now. So coming here to this country, it made me realize what we had and like and value that even more, like our culture, being African, being from Portugal, like really valuing those things a lot more and making me who I am today because I didn't have that opportunity growing up in Portugal because I was surrounded by so many white people. And to me, like sometimes I was the person that was like, oh, why is your hair like this? They'll be touching my hair and things like that. So yeah, I feel like coming here, growing up as a teenager, was really eye-opening. It was a really good experience. But yeah, and now I'm at that point as well where I'm like, ugh, the UK. It's not really like long-term life forever. So I'm just getting to that point as well where I'm just like, yeah, I want to be out of here. But I definitely think it made me more confident, value my culture a lot more and appreciate a lot more as well. And yeah, more opportunities as well for sure.
Yeah.
I did so many things like in jobs, in activities, so many things that I probably wouldn't have done in Portugal. So I think that's where
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
plus side came.
Definitely.
You reminiscing that hard?
Yeah, I am. I'm just thinking about like all the things we've done since we've come here. Like it's a lot of years like compiled, but all of our years look different, even though we were around each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you guys say, or what's like one of your favorite memories of us growing up together? Do you have one? If you need time to think, I can start.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. I'll say for me, it would be the Christmases, our grandparents' house. I used to love it. Everyone coming together, literally all our family coming together. You see so many gifts by the tree, so much food to last you 2-3 days. And like that togetherness and that bond, I feel like it's something that we're trying to recreate now. It is more challenging because again, people are in different steps of life. People have kids, people have jobs and all these things. But those moments were like so beautiful to me, like so blissful. And I wish that one day we can get back there.
To me, it's actually it's got the same aspect, you know, family being together. But it's the weekend. I always loved to be around all of you and our extended family on the weekend. My grandma would do a traditional dish, and you would have, you know, an uncle coming around and everything, next, you know, one of their nephews, and that to me was something that always you know, stuck, you know, in my mind because that started back in Angola and it carried on in Portugal. So it was definitely one of the best moments. Weekends, Saturday, the Sunday lunch.
Yeah. You're having the nice plates come out,
Yeah.
the expensive plates, and get
the
all the
cutlery.
treats. Yeah.
Silver cutlery. Yeah.
I found mine. Mine is the board games. I think I've like the competition. There are so many people in this family that can't stand losing, and I am one of them. And I am not losing. I don't care if you're 5, you're 10. I am not losing. And I love how we can all sit down, we can all play a game, all listen, all communicate, all work together, and just have fun. And at the end of it, like no one's upset, no one's mad, no one's angry, everyone's happy, everyone leaves like feeling joyful. It's really nice, and by the time that we look at the clock, like it's midnight, but nobody wants to go home. So I love that.
That's good. That's good, man.
I think for me, it goes back to all the way when we traveled from Angola to Portugal, you know, because I think that was like a big moment for our family. It was sort of like, because obviously in Angola, we lived in different places. The family, we used to see family and stuff, but it wasn't as close. So when we moved to Portugal, I think it was one of the best because kind of had a sense of, you know, togetherness and unity, and like, okay, we need to discover what we're gonna do next. So, so for me, I think that's the memory that I have, that's up there. Could say more another time.
All right. Now for a little game. Okay. Who's most likely to? Okay. Whoever you think, point at that person. Okay. Who's most likely to forget a family member's birthday?
Daniel.
Come on. You shouldn't even ask that. I'm not good with dates, though.
Fact.
I'm not good with dates. Yeah.
Who's most likely to sleep through an earthquake?
Paolo.
True.
I don't know how.
Wait.
No, he's sleeping.
As long as you don't touch my bed, we're good.
Even if you shake it, he's not waking.
Who's most likely to survive a horror movie?
Survive? You, probably?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, definitely you.
I like a horror movie. I don't know.
He'd be laughing the whole time. He would die.
That's what I think. He would make friends with the killer or
He
something.
would die. The killer would laugh and then kill him.
Who's most likely to laugh at the wrong moment?
Definitely Maria, no? I think it's Maria.
When he went to the hospital for T-Nando and he was making jokes.
He always turns everything into a joke. So I think
smile, man.
it's true. Okay. That was funny. Okay. Now let's think as each other as siblings. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, we just came from like a sibling dinner. We started these, I don't know, was it a year ago?
Last year.
Yeah.
Since last year, yeah.
It hasn't been consistent, guys, okay? But we have tried, okay? We are taking turns paying for the dinner. That's our way of kind of like seeing each other, catching up and all of that. It is my turn next. So yeah.
Oh, wait, is that tomorrow?
To be continued. How would you say our relationships has changed since we grew up?
Oh, I
It has
think
changed
a
today.
lot.
Yeah. Which is normal, but yeah, it has changed, especially because each one of us, we are in different paths. We want different things, and I think that plays into us not being as connected as we used to be when we had no responsibilities and stuff. But as you said, we're trying coming in together. We do engage a lot more, even for help, and advice, which is good. Yeah, because first of all, is our the bloodline will always go on top of anything. Most families, I would say, and I think we, as siblings, we're really trying to do that. Yeah, and we're going somewhere. Yeah.
I think when we were younger, we used to kind of look at Daniel for guidance. And now, like, we've cultivated all that he's taught us and just persevered in different areas. But I like the fact that we can still call each other or text each other and, like Daniel said, ask for that advice, ask for that moment. And it's nice because even if there's no time, you know that the person really cares because they're making that time to talk to you. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I think this country changes people to start. So I think there is a point in our lives that we definitely grew apart. But our relationship as siblings and our sort of care for one another, and because I think that was also one of the traits that that our family has as a whole, really brought us back together, and maturity, because I could say, like, for some things that Daniel told me to, gave me opinions about, like, I've changed, I've matured, and I think that also played a part. And I think we just have to carry on and continue. And my advice to everyone out there: family counts, and they are there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely correct. I think maturity for sure, and just having that level of understanding for each other and realizing, like, as we all said, we're all in different parts of lives, and trying to understand that side from a different perspective rather than being like, okay, this is what we know, this is how it should be. So I really like that growth. I think for all of us, we've all grown in that way and in our relationship. And yeah, I think with time, we'll definitely get closer and closer again. Who knows? Maybe kids will bring us even closer together or whatever. But also like the fact that still, regardless how long we haven't seen each other, we haven't talked, like we still have that playfulness between all of us, all that jokes, banter, all of that.
A lot
Like,
of jokes.
yeah, that will never ever change. um, what is something that you guys wish we did together more now?
I think for me, it's travel. I think that's the next
Mm.
sort of step.
Uh,
Travel, or maybe even sleepovers.
Mm.
That could be
to
done.
me, I think it would be outdoors adventures.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
I think that would actually.
Well, like camping or like,
It could be even camping, skydiving, jumping.
oh,
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Only if it's glamping.
Where you're exposed to whatever
Yeah.
is thrown at you, and see how would
Mm.
we would cope, individually and as a
Together.
collective. Yeah,
I love that.
that would be
Like implementing some like teamwork.
because some of those things,
Yeah.
you might even need to be encouraged, to
Mm.
do it.
That's true.
Yeah, so that to me would be,
I like that.
would be something
like that
interesting. Yeah.
Mine is road trips. I want to see what the temperament is. Yeah. I feel like now that we are at a different stage in our lives, I want to know, like, what's everybody's vibe when the pressure is hot? What's everybody's vibe? I just need to see.
I think for me would be not traveling. What would it be? Like doing the things that we wanted to do as kids. Like maybe go to Disney World or go to like all those places that maybe we wanted to go but we never got to go or do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think
That would
the
be
things we
very
wanted to
interesting,
experience
yeah.
as kids, if we do it now, I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So soon to come, guys.
Yeah.
What is a quality that mum has given us that you think you'll keep for yourself and also pass on to your children?
She's very kind.
Mm.
She's very kind, very caring, and to the extent where she would actually take her shirt off to give it to someone that needs more,
Mm.
or that someone that might not need more than her, but yeah, that kindness, yeah, it's one of them. The other one is that she's not intelligent, but she's also intelligent, but she's a woman that has learned a lot of things and she knows a lot of things.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that I think I've realized that maybe 10, 15 years ago. I had not noticed that she likes to be informed. She
Mm.
likes to read. And yeah. These are two things. And one of them I try to do more. I try to read as much as I can,
Mm.
learning new things, because I think that she actually passed that on to us, yeah.
Mm.
And this is something that I see.
Nice.
For me, I'm gonna say mine so I forget. For me, it's resilience and silence. I think mum knows and picks her moments of when she wants to exercise her silence, and she just doesn't say anything. And I think that in a family where everybody is so boisterous and has their own voice, sometimes you don't always have to use it. You have to pick your moments. And I think that she's very strong. She might like fall down, but she always gets back up. So that's really good resilience, because no matter what she's going through, we know that she's going to keep going.
Mm.
She's not going to stop, and she's going to keep going. It's just a matter of time. So resilience and silence.
For me, it's care. I think obviously for all the years I've been alive, one of the things I've seen the most is the care that she has for anyone that is around her.
Mm.
And again, like Mana said, even if she doesn't know them, even if they need something, but they might not need it more than her, she still like has that care. So which is amazing. So that's what I'll try to.
Yeah, I think kindness and caring is definitely one that I'll never forget, and will definitely pass on to my children as well. Because I think that is the most simplest thing that a lot of people in this world forget. Caring for other people, even if you don't know them. I really see that as a really, really great value. And most importantly, always being yourself and don't let anyone bring you down. I think that's something that I learned from her from a very young age. And that's what's kept me going, I would say. So, yeah. Here we are. Is there anything that you guys have ever wanted to say to each other that you never have?
I think so. I think I wanted to tell you guys. I do tell you. It might not come straight away, but I'll
definitely
I'll
does.
pick my moment.
He definitely does tell us.
Yeah.
I would say to Daniel, I probably should have listened. Like, hindsight is a beautiful thing. And now when I look at like all the things that you said, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I'd listened to that.
How is it?
Like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. For sure. And I think maybe Vanessa, like, we shouldn't have wasted so much time fighting. We wasted a lot of time fighting. And I think it's because we're more alike than we want to believe, but we wasted a lot of time fighting. It is just crazy. Yeah, and I wish we could communicate in a way like where we don't have to bump heads so much. Because I feel like sometimes you say you understand, but you really don't. But you're just saying it because you don't want to fight anymore. So that's what I would say.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
I think she does that, yeah.
Yeah, she does. She's just like, yeah, okay. Because she's like, she's over it. She's done. She doesn't want to say anything else. She's over it.
I might have one then.
Okay.
As a collective, it's good to make mistakes
Mm.
as long as you learn from them.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's one thing that life has taught me.
Mm.
So definitely,
I wish.
say. What you wish?
No,
Go on.
you go first.
I would say, despite my miscommunication, my unavailability, that I love you guys dearly. That's what I would say. Forever and ever. I might not show you all the time or as much as I want to, but you guys are always in my heart.
Yeah, no,
That's what I would say.
know that. We know. But thank you for saying that.
Us on the same path. I was gonna say, I wish you guys said that you love each other more, and that you gave more hugs, and like said the like, I'm proud of you, I'm happy for you, like you're doing so well. Like there was just more. No, but you do. But I would love it more.
Oh,
like
right.
more
She
often.
was more, remember, she's the baby. Like.
I am a baby. I'm a baby. I'm just a girl. Like, I wish you guys would just, that I love you after the phone call. Like, I had such a great time. Just a bit more.
I did tell you that yesterday, the day before.
I know.
You didn't listen.
I smiled the whole day. I listened. I heard. I smiled the whole day. The whole day I was
I thought you
smiling.
didn't hear me.
No, I did. I heard.
You heard me.
Yeah. He said, I can't wait to see you. I remember.
cute.
See?
Well, our journey continues. Thank you for joining us. It was really good. I never thought that this would happen, guys. And here we are. There might be a part 2 soon come. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
And see you guys next time. Bye.